Shout out, Sean.
John Morant set to make his return, we think, tonight in Memphis. Frisky Rockets.
Slim 13.5-point favorites.
Well, Ja practiced yesterday and attended the game against the Mavs, where he said he didn't quite feel 100% comfortable. Let's take a listen.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like, that's another thing that's, has been tough for me. Yesterday going out with the team, early on, I kind of, felt uncomfortable. Kind of feel the same way right now. So I'm gonna have my, my time to, process everything. And, like I said to him before, once I feel like, I'm back in rhythm and in good condition to go back out there, I'll be out there.
So, Brew, I thought that was interesting and very transparent and honest, where I don't remember a guy meeting the media and just admitting, like, I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Well, Wiles, I was going to start with this. I love the way he's been just talking when first of all, meeting with the media like he did in his first practice. He's been very transparent. And some of the things he said that weren't on that clip, I got to better myself. It's an ongoing process, continuing process. I was there for 2 weeks. That doesn't mean I'm completely better. I mean, he is really being open about these issues. I got to be more responsible. He talked about how he hurt his family and himself and all that. And then the quote you just said. So now he also, I don't know, we've seen photos of him drinking and videos. He said, I don't have an alcohol problem. I guess maybe to some people, that's a red flag,
Well, that's a weird one.
Right,
Because if you say you don't have a drinking problem, everyone's like, that means you have a drinking problem. But also people who don't have drinking problems say they don't have drinking problems.
I agree.
So you're kind of in a weird spot on that.
Yep. Because I'm not personally taking it like, oh, that means he has a drinking problem. I think, he just drinks, like a lot of people.
He may or may not. I just don't think that statement is.
But a lot of people take it that way. I agree. But tonight, and you're right, he came out there and was honest about being uncomfortable. So it may take him a little while to get back to the old Ja. I don't think it'll take a full game because the court is a sanctuary
and
for
luckily,
these guys.
they get the Rockets back to back. Can I talk about this from the basketball perspective?
The Rockets have beaten several good teams.
Yeah, but they
lost a close one to a.
Yeah, but the Rockets are not good though. We all the Rockets are not good, and they have the Rockets twice still this year. They get Orlando once this year. Memphis is in really good shape, guys. Ja with 3 weeks off. Ja, whatever he was going through, it wasn't affecting his play. He was playing really well all year, all NBA level. And now they are essentially, in my opinion, they're almost locked into the 2 seed. They just showed you how good they are overall, winning 6 of 7 without Ja. They might get Steven Adams back at some point. And I understand for some people that's the key player on the team, but he is valuable to them. Obviously, they won't get Brandon Clark back, but they'll have everyone else. To me, and they are far and away, of all the top 8 defenses in the NBA, the only Western Conference one is Memphis. They're all out east. So I know you're a big defense guy. I think whatever Ja is going through in his decision-making and all of that, that to me, the horizon on how will that affect him is about a career thing. I don't think he's going to have another problem this year. I don't think it's going to bite him in the postseason. And so from a basketball perspective, I think Memphis is in really, really good shape. They're not going to catch Denver, but they don't need to.
I think there's 2 big questions, Brew, and I'll ask them to you. One is, and he's admitting that he felt uncomfortable in meeting the media. Will this affect his confidence on the court? He plays with such a reckless abandon and a confidence where it's like, I don't know, I'm at the free throw line. Maybe I'll just try to dunk on 2 or 3 people and just take off. So that's one. The other question is, do you think, Brew, that this will affect the persona of the Grizzlies? Where the Grizzlies are a little bit of kind of the bad boy, Dylan Brooks has really taken the bad boy's image to talking trash.
I don't know if you guys agree with this. I think it will, and I think it'll do it in a positive way.
How?
I don't think Ja's play will be. I think Ja on the court is still going to try to dunk on everybody.
No, but the persona of the team.
Right, no, but you said 2 things. The first one, I think the Grizzlies needed to humble themselves a touch on the talk and the bravado.
But I think
this forces it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I actually think going into the postseason, this actually helps them because it level sets them. Because the whole we ain't got no problems in the West was, you were just waiting for that to come and bite them. I actually think, Brew, them being humbled, for lack of a better term, a tiny bit could be good for their chances.
I agree. I think they were too cocky and really immature.
Yes.
And obviously Ja was a big part of that and maybe the ringleader of that, right, in the locker room. Now this will humble him a bit. He's their leader. He sets the tone. Now Dylan needs to be Dylan.
So
all right,
he's out
Dylan
tonight because he's suspended.
Yeah,
because
right.
he got his collection.
But Dylan, now he doesn't play like Draymond, but he's got that kind of aura about the team in the locker room like Draymond, like Matt Barnes. He's probably better than Matt Barnes was, but you know, that type of tough guy and talks trash, gets under people's skin. So they need him to be himself. But to your point with Ja, I think initially it may, just for a few minutes, a quarter and a half or something, but I think he's going to get back to being who he was. I covered Kobe Bryant when he was going, this was the worst situation, he was going through his trial in Colorado. And he was flying days before a game, sometimes I think the day of a game, and would come out and play tremendously because the court is a sanctuary.
Don't you think that the Grizzlies will turn this into a version of
Us against the world?
Us against the world. Nobody believes in us. You know, it's this group, and that can be very powerful in sports. Like
it could work
from
out
a basketball
for their
perspective.
benefit.
I think this could work out really, really well.
Going to get a huge ovation in Memphis.
Oh yeah.
Coming up next, 49ers were interested in Ben Roethlisberger.
Wow.
The wildest story, and then Brew's Wild Wild West.